Hi, it's Tamiko again. Um, it's February 6th, 2019. My last video was about Ralph Northam. Can't talk. Um, and about forgiveness. This one is about Liam Neeson, the actor Liam Neeson, and his remarks of a friend of his being raped. It was like 40 years ago, and he walked the streets of Ireland for a week with a kush, well, which is a nightstick, um, or a baton, um, for a week, looking for a black man because his friend said it was a black man who who raped her. For a week, he was looking for something to pop off so that he can, you know, kill that black person. Comment horrible as a black woman. I am offended. But once again, um, we have to think about it. It was decades ago. And I'm not a huge Liam Neeson fan. I, I guess, playing devil's advocate. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Um, in 40 years, a person's ideals can change, definitely, especially in hurt and anger can, you know, disappear. Um, and here's one angle that I'm not hearing from people. Because I've read reactions people have had over his comments. And here's a thought, and I don't know if this is a part of why he may have had a change of heart and a change of ideal or belief or whatever. In that week, he went looking for a black person to beat to death. He didn't find one. That says a lot more about the intent and the humanity of a black man or woman in Ireland, which I don't know if there's many black people there, but that says more about them than about his ignorant belief and how he felt. He didn't find anyone to attack because no one attacked him. So, that being said, in a way, he's the one who looks stupid. And like I said, I don't know if maybe that helped in him changing his idea and his thought process. But I mean, we shouldn't completely cancel him out because it was 40 years ago. A lot can change in 40 years. A lot can change in 1 year. And I'm reading about him. He has been controversial, but I'm not sure the racial tension in Ireland at that time, 4 decades ago. Um, but that was his knee-jerk reaction. And I'm pretty sure, especially during the time of integration of schools and everything, um, the abolishment of Jim Crow, which it really hasn't gone away, but on paper, the abolishment of Jim Crow. Um, I'm sure a lot of black and white and any nationality person went out looking to start a beef with someone of another race, because of the actions of one. And if we can take away anything from this, is that the actions of that one despicable man of raping someone, not because he's black, but because he raped a woman, that one action does not define a race of people. Like I said, he went looking for a week. Did he find anyone bad enough to attack? No, he didn't. Because we're black folks, we're not animals. We don't walk around wanting to fight and attack anyone. So maybe that was a lesson in the one bad apple doesn't spoil the bunch. The actions of one person. I am upset every time at the homegrown terrorism, and it's usually at the hands of a white man. And I've experienced racism personally. Do I hold a grudge against all white people? No. But I know back in the day, with integration and a lot of violence, yeah, some people did, black and white, probably wanted to pop off at the first person they saw at the opposite race. And some people did act on it. A lot of people acted on it. I'm getting so exhausted from trying to keep up with who's getting canceled because of something they said, especially decades ago. And like I said in my other video, I hold grudges. And so if it comes from me saying forgive and second chance, that's a big thing. Because like I said, I can hold a grudge to the day after I die. But I'm learning in my old age, some people do deserve another chance and forgiveness and support, and need to be educated. And I think back in the day when he did not find anyone to confront, that was a learning moment. So just keep that in mind. We've all, prejudice is still alive, racism is still alive, and it's throbbing with the heartbeat of at the fastest and the loudest it has ever been. But we need to learn use these moments to teach people and educate. And he said that he felt awful about thinking that, and he was like, what the fuck am I thinking? second chance. A lot of people react in a knee jerk. They have knee jerk reactions to something, especially if they're emotional, passionate people. Like I said, now what he did was okay. What I'm saying is, on the flip side, he didn't find anyone. And I find that fascinating about this whole thing. And redemption. Follow their actions and how they've evolved and grown. Now, if he would have said this shit like a year ago, even though a lot can happen in a year, I would be like, oh, hell no. Nah. Lights out. No Liam Neeson. No Ralph Northam, for that matter. But being so long ago, and that's so much time to reflect and learn and think. Even like neo-Nazis, I mean, people who were Klan members have learned lessons and turned a completely different ideal around. So yeah, he's on a platform where he's famous, but he's also human. Liam Neeson, I'm talking about. So excuse me. To completely cancel him is also a knee-jerk reaction, and this is where we need to break down and educate and talk to one another. And just forgive and teach one another. And that's how we eradicate racism. I'm tired of having to get angry every time. Especially when it comes to race. Now when it comes to like sexual harassment, abuse, rape, things like, okay, I'm not forgiving on that. That's a completely different video. But someone's ideals can easily be changed. And you weigh their actions and their intentions, and not cherry pick incidents from someone's life. Now, Trump, on the other hand, no, there's no forgiveness for him because he has a pattern of being a dick. That's different also. But if the good outweighs the bad, I think a second chance is warranted. But that's just my opinion. Just the opinion of a crazy black girl. So, that's all I have to say to the few people who may see this. Blessings to all.